Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk Your Shit podcast.
This is your host, Melody.
And this is your host, Sabrina.
And now it's time to talk our shit.
Cheers to that, sis.
Why though?
Wasn't it so funny? I was in the flow state still. Okay, guys, so we're drinking Vino Verde today. Mucho grande, mucho bueno.
Really good.
Totally recommend. It's the Talk Your Shit wine. That was a good one. Long day. So, guys,
She's
on
tired.
today's
She's
I'm
tired.
I'm tired, but we out here.
Yeah.
So, guys, no, but actually, we actually have a serious topic today.
Yeah, a good one.
And I'm excited for it because I think it was last week or I don't know exactly when, but we went on our social media, both of our accounts, and we asked our audience what they wanted to, us to talk about on the podcast. And so they dropped a lot of things about personal development, how to become a better person. So, ask and you shall receive.
Yes.
Today we're going to be talking about how you can get your shit together in 2023. Okay?
That's a good one.
I'm gonna let Melody start with the first one. Oh, basically, guys, what we did, we just kind of gathered like 5 points.
Yeah.
That we feel like
The main ones.
Yeah, there's so many things that we could have covered, and like, let us know if you want a part 2, a part 3 to this video, because obviously, like,
Or if you have specific points that you want us to
Yeah.
cover, because it's general how to, get your shit together in 2023.
Exactly,
It's general. If
yeah.
you have specific things you want us to talk about, just let us know, because we always love to hear from you guys. But yeah, now today we have 5 main points that we believe is like the main thing.
that's the type of podcast you're gonna want to be taking some notes,
Yeah.
my guy. You're gonna want
Grab
to
your
take
pen,
notes.
grab your paper,
Yeah,
right?
like be ready. Sit
Be
your
focused,
ass
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down and be ready to take some notes.
You were like sounding like a old lady
I
from
don't know,
the
guys.
80s.
When I'm tired, this is the version of me you get.
Yeah, and
It's okay.
she has like different accents too.
Yeah, I
When
have
she's-
it.
yeah.
You're gonna get to know me on this podcast for sure.
There's different types of Sabrina. That's for sure.
So, Melanie, I'm gonna give you the honors. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
And,
let's get our shit together.
Let's get our
fam.
shit together.
Yes, let's do it.
Right
So,
now.
The first thing, okay, that we believe is like the main thing. If you don't do that, you're not gonna go far, okay?
Yeah.
So the first thing is to take responsibility. And that's a huge one because a lot of people, they think that they take responsibility. They believe that, yeah, I'm like, it's my life. I decide what I want to do, whatever. But you literally give the power over your life to people and to circumstances.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me explain. When I'm saying take responsibility, I want you to come to a point and realize that your life as it is right now and your circumstances in your life, your situation, your financial life, your relationships, your social life, everything in your life right now in all areas, it's your fault right now. It's because of you. Everything that you have right now is because of you.
Yep.
And the thing is, most people, they're like, oh, right now, I'm lacking money, I'm in debt, or I don't like my relationships with my family, my friends, my
Hashtag
significant-
victim.
Yeah. Let go of that.
Hashtag
sis.
victim.
Let go of that victim mindset
Right now.
okay? Because when you're like, oh no, it's not my fault, it's
Yeah.
their fault. For example, you have your what's the word? Like you're getting mad at somebody. For example, they did something and like you're just angry and you're like, oh no, it's not my fault, it's their fault because they did that and they did this and they did that. Well, you're putting the responsibility on somebody else.
Yeah.
So now you don't have control over your life anymore. And so if you want to change something in your life, but you're putting the responsibility on others, well, you're a victim.
Yeah.
You have that poor me mindset. I can do nothing. I'm just a victim. I don't have the control over my life, over my situation. I can do nothing to change it. It's just like that.
Yeah, and the truth is, guys, the life that you have today, and it sucks to say, but it's truly only a reflection of what you've been doing, what you've been thinking, what you've been saying, feeling in the last days, last weeks, last month, and last years. Everything you are going through right now, even though when you're going through a hard time, because you allowed it.
Yeah.
You allowed it, and you must take responsibility and realize that you're the creator of your life. Therefore, stop being that victim because you have the power to completely change your reality every single day because the life that you want you manifested that.
But
You
it
created
starts
that.
it starts when you become aware that you're responsible for your life and you have control over your reality. It starts there. If you let other people have control over your life, you're never going to be able to get your shit together in 2023.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's the first thing. Take responsibility. Take ownership of your life. You're the main character.
Yep.
You're the main one. So act as the main character of your life. And,
Go off.
so that's
Cheers
the first
to
one.
that.
Cheers to that. Let's
Okay,
go.
main character. I'm the main character still. Okay, me too.
It's really good. I love this one.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
We're talking about the wine.
We're talking about the wine, by the way. So number 2, to get your shit together in 23, clean up your circle. Clean up your circle right now.
Yes.
Let me tell you. Let's cheers to that.
Yeah,
Let's cheers to that, because let me go off. Just give me a second.
She's gonna go off. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna go off. So you have to understand that you're the average of the 5 people you hang around with the most. If the people around you are broke, they're negative, they lack ambition, they lack discipline, they like, goal setting and being able to see themselves doing more, then guess what? You will be the 5th one. Whereas if you're around people that have a rich mindset, being rich is nothing about money, everything about mindset, by the way, don't get it twisted. If the people around you have a rich mindset, have their shit together, at least are trying to get their shit together, it will have an impact on your life. Listen, guys, I wasn't always the Sabrina that you guys see me today. And the group of friends I have now, this is the group of friends I used to have, O-M to the G. Let me tell you, I used to be friends with people that would go out, that wanted to party, that like to do this, like to talk behind everybody's back, like to gossip, all of these things. So guess what? That's what we would do, because those people were my friends. I was hanging out and giving them my time, and I'm not putting that on them, because I allowed it to come to my reality. I allowed them to come into my life, and I allowed everything to just go with the flow, and I would go out and all that stuff. One day I realized, guys, and you know what for me helped me realize that is because when I started to have, sometimes people would judge me based on what my friends would do. And that's when I didn't like it. That's when I started to be like, yo, now I'm not feeling this no more, because why am I getting a certain reputation? Because she did that, because he did that. I'm like, that has nothing to do with me.
But you were associating yourself
But it's a
with
reflection of you inside low-key though. So, first of all, I'm such an impulsive person, and I'm very all in or nothing type of gal. So when I realized that, I cut off everybody. When I tell you I went from having a group of 20, 30 friends to 0, to 2, I'm not joking with you guys. Like, I'm not joking, and the ones that are included in this, they know who they are, and they know I'm right. Like, they know. Like, if they were to listen to this, no disrespect, though. I love them, and for a period in my life, they were there for a reason, for me to learn, for them to learn. I don't regret anything I did, but the best thing what I did was to clean up my circle. The best thing I did was to cut ties, because they were not going where I'm going. Listen, I'm not gonna brag people with me to successes. Whether you follow along or you get the fuck out. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. Like, it's time to be selfish with the people you spend your time with. It's time to be selfish with your time, with people that you allow to be close to your energy. Energy is currency. I know what I have to bring to the table. I'm the goddamn table, okay? I don't want to be around people that are not like-minded. No. I'm sorry.
And sometimes it's not even because they're bad people.
No,
not
really,
at all.
not at all.
It's the same thing for me. But when I got started in my business, and I actually talked about that on my social media this week, the fact that I got rejected when I started my business, and my friends, whatever, they were not agreeing or liking what I was doing, right? And the thing is, when it happens and you're like, oh, I need to separate myself from these people, it sucks, because they're your friends, and like you love them and all that stuff. But sometimes you just got to realize that you're not going in the same direction, and that's okay. But for me, I needed that separation for me to have success in my business, because they were not serving me anymore. I wasn't at the same place in my life anymore, so I needed to separate myself from that group of people to elevate and have success
you must
in my
separate
business.
to elevate.
Exactly, separate to elevate. So I needed that. And so if you want to get your shit together in 2023, look at your circle and look at who's bringing you value. Who's bringing value to your life, and who's serving your purpose and your goals, and who's helping you reach higher levels in your life.
Yeah, because you're just dragging people they don't want to be dragged, man.
No.
Because I've realized that if they wanted to, they would. You know what I mean? So, and that doesn't, like she said, it doesn't, because there's people, listen, that you're spending 3 hours with, that you should be spending 3 minutes with. And there's people you're spending 3 minutes with that you should be spending 3 hours with. So you have to just be very intentional, especially, we're talking about, do you want to get your shit together? Maybe you're not on the right podcast if you don't want to hear us talk about clean up your circle. But if you want me to be honest, clean up your goddamn circle. You're still friends with negative people. You're still friends with lazy ass people, but you want to go and become rich this year. It's not going to work, Karen. Like, you got to, I'm sorry. It's hard. It sucks, but it's needed. And you're going to be so grateful because I manifested the best group of friends. All my friends make a shit ton of money, have their own business, have their own apartment, own car. Like, that's the type of friends I want.
Yeah.
And guys, look at my circle now. Look at my circle now. We have the same circle, but look at my circle now.
Yeah.
You know, that's the best thing you're gonna do because that would also like put you in places where you're able to allow new experiences in your life as well. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I agree 100%.
that was number 2. I kind of went off, but I love that one.
Yeah, she's
love
like,
it.
yes. So the third point is to focus on growing. Okay, and what I mean by that, you know, when I got started in my business, I started to do a lot of personal development. I started to get into personal development, you know, working on myself and my mindset and all that stuff. And the thing that you realize when you start your personal development journey is that you don't know anything. And you realize as well that you have been programmed a certain way. And so when you know, go, you know, you just live your life and all that stuff, there's some things, you know, you have events happening in your life and there's some bad lucks that happen to you and like you react to the things that happen in your life in a certain way because you have been programmed. For example, if you're in a fight with somebody, you're gonna always put the fault on somebody else, or you're gonna always really get mad and react and be angry, and then after that you feel like shit, or like anything. I could give a million examples of like how you can react and how you've been programmed in a certain way, the way you think, right? Or are you as we talked before, a victim when you're just doing your life, the way you feel when you're, you know, maybe you're all the emotions that you could feel, okay? You've been programmed a certain way. And in order to really change your life, you got to change your mindset first. If you want to change your physical reality, you got to change what's happening in here first. Because what's happening in here first, well, it has an impact on your physical reality. Okay? Some people, most of people, they wait for their physical reality to be where they want it to be, to then feel good and be happy and live their life. But it's not like that. The reason why most people don't have the reality that they want is because they wait for the reality to be great, to be happy. You got to be happy first, and then you're going to attract your reality. So you got to work on becoming a better person. You got to do personal development. You got to work on your mindset. Focus on growing yourself, growing your person, the mindset that you have. That way, you're going to elevate your physical reality as well.
And it's because it's really about reprogramming your mind, because we've been conditioned a certain way, and to change that, guys, it takes a lot of work. But the truth is, the key here, you have to be intentional. You can't just say, I want to grow. You can't just say, I want a better mindset. No, you have to be intentional about why you want to grow yourself, why you want to grow your mindset, because you know it starts here. You can do and be anything you want, but it starts with what you have in here, because if you don't have that mindset, you're going to quit. You're going to quit straight up, because listen, there has been time where our business wasn't doing so great. The reason why we're still here, and the reason why we make the money that we make today, because this is clear. My vision is set. And why? I'm not saying that to brag. I say that because every day, day in, day out, I listen to minimum 1, 2, 3 podcasts a day. We read books every day. We have every day meditation.
We have like a morning routine of like minimum 2 hours every day at least, and it's at least 2 hours. I focus on my personal development before I pour into others. Before I go on social media, before I go talk to people, I pour into myself. I work on myself, and I take time for me to become a better person. That way, I know that I'm gonna have a motherfucking good day.
Yeah, and like some of you guys want to get your shit together. You want to change your life. You got to change yourself first. The only way that your life will change is you change the way you look at life, and you change the way you look at yourself. The truth is, you can do it, but some of you guys are still in denial and still doing the same old, waiting to get better results. The truth is, if you don't change, nothing changes. And that's what it is. Right. But it starts all, honestly, with your mindset. It truly does. So that was number 3. That's a great one. We're doing great. We're so good. Okay.
They're really great.
Number 4, you got to start investing. I'm gonna tell you things. You gotta start investing in yourself, and you gotta start investing in assets. You are your best assets, by the way, but you gotta, invest in the financial markets, invest in crypto, do whatever you want. Start investing, bro. Okay? Because especially now, I'm not teaching you guys everything inflation through the roof. No, but for real, let's be real. When you go to the store and it's $9 to get strawberries, inflation is through the roof. No, but having one source of income is not enough. Then you complaining why you broke. That's why you broke. You still just work a job. There's nothing wrong with a job. I used to work so many jobs. I probably work more jobs than you. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is having just that. What's wrong is thinking you deserve just that. You deserve more, way more. But if you don't make the move, do you think it's going to come from the sky because God loves you more than everybody else? No. And the other thing, invest in yourself. Invest in your education. And when I talk about education, I'm not talking about university. I'm talking about go get programs, go get courses, online courses, masterminds, boot camps, go to events, travel to places that are going to put you close to people that are going to help you elevate.
Yeah.
You really got to invest in guys, I'm my biggest investment. The more I invest into myself, the more money I make.
Because we talked about being, cleaning up your circle, right? Yeah. But put yourself as well in environments where there's people that have what you want. Because you're going to get close to the fire. You're going to get close to people that have what you want. And when you're closer to that, you're going to attract that because you're going to vibrate at their level. You're going to learn from them. And that's how you're going to attract the reality that you want as well. So invest in yourself, as Sabrina said. Go to events, buy courses, get mentorship from somebody that you're learning or whatever, and just get closer to them. That way you're going to learn what they're doing and you're going to just get closer to what you want as well because they have it.
It's so important, guys. And I feel and I'm happy that we could say that and we're girls telling you guys about how to invest. Listen, guys, I was scared shitless before I started investing. You guys don't understand. Do you want more wine?
Yep. Obviously.
I'm pouring it for the people listening to the podcast. This is us pouring some wine, little break. We have a little break. Give us a second. We gotta re-pour the wine. Okay, so it's really important, guys, because the truth is that if you really want to live a blissful life, you just really have to be fit in all the areas of your life. And unfortunately, if you stress about how you're going to pay rent, if you stress about how you're going to pay for your car, you're not vibrating high. So you're not vibrating high, you're vibrating low, you're being a victim. So guess what? You're not growing yourself, then you're not growing yourself, you're not attracting the right people. It's like a negative circle. So that's why it's okay if you're not trying to become a billionaire, a trillionaire, and it's okay. But you still got to be comfortable. Don't lie. The only people that say that money doesn't bring you happiness or that it doesn't matter are people that don't have money. Because everybody that has money,
it doesn't buy happiness, but it buys freedom and options. And that gives you happiness.
And it's not just that, it allows you to not be stressed all the time.
When you're stressing, it's not
how am I going to pay for that's such a stressful state to be, and I get it. I've been there where I've stressed, and that's why I'm telling you, the best thing I did was starting to invest in myself and into assets.
And then you start attracting more stressful situation because you're stressing over money, so now you're stressing over this and this and that. You're just a negative magnet, basically.
So the only way you're going to really get your shit together in 2023 is if you start investing in yourself, into assets, period.
Yeah, that was a good point.
That was Cheers a good point. Cheers to that.
So that was the fourth one. Now we have the last one, which is stop comparing yourself. Okay, now we talked about 4 different points to elevate your life in 2023. But you gotta understand that you have your own journey. Yeah. Okay? We're all on a different journey. Okay? Yeah. We all want to elevate our lives in 2023. We all want to become the best version of ourselves, but you have your own rhythm. Yeah. Okay? You have your own path. And if you're looking around and you're looking at the right, left, and you're like, oh, but this person is going faster than me, and oh, she's already there, and I started before her, and then I'm like, she has that money and she has that car and she has that apartment and she has this and this and that. Well, you're just blocking yourself from your blessings and you're not focusing on the right things. Stop focusing on what others people have and start focusing on what you have right now and what you need to do to become the best version of yourself. It's not you against other people. It's you against
every
you.
Day.
Every day.
Like the truth, the thing is too, like guys, you can't compare your day 1 to somebody else's day 252. To somebody else's day 10,000, 3,000. You can't compare yourself to that. It's like somebody that starts in my business today. I have 2 years down. Of course, I know more than you. you. I hope so. I've been doing it for 2 years. So don't compare yourself to others because that's honestly self-sabotage. Yeah. You're just sabotaging yourself, sabotaging your success. It's not serving you. It's not helping you elevate. And at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, and everybody has their own journey for a reason. And if you're going through more than others, just know God or the universe, whatever you believe in, just gonna give the hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. Like, everybody has their own path for a reason. Yeah. So honestly, I get it. When I first started, I would sometimes think of comparing myself until I honestly realized we just don't come from the same place. No. We haven't had the same education. We maybe don't have the same means. You've been doing this for 5 years. I won't. You're 10 years older. Like, you just can't compare. No. It's like you comparing a banana to an orange. Yeah. You just can't compare these things. No.
And the thing is, when you compare yourself to others, it's you're bringing yourself down, and it's not making you feel good. But if you start comparing yourself to who you were before, for example, the thing is, now I'm looking at other people that have what I want and I get inspired, but that's another topic. We could do another another episode on that. But if you're looking at other people that have what you want and you're not getting inspired, but you're feeling down and you're feeling negative, start comparing yourself to who you were before. Because when I'm looking 2 years ago and I'm like, oh, the melody that I was 2 years ago and the melody that I am now, it's a whole different melody.
Damn. I want to tell that.
She was prepping. I saw her. I was like, yeah. But now it's elevating you because you're like, damn, I made progress. Right? Yep. So if you feel like when you're looking at other people, you start feeling down and negative, start looking at who you were before, and now it's going to bring you up.
Yeah. So, yeah. I love that. That was so good. So, I feel like it sums up pretty much the 5 points on how you can really, get your shit together in 2023. Guys, please let us know if you want us to do a part 2, maybe a part 3. We have so much to say.
We have so much in store.
Listen, we're the right people to talk about that because we actively work on all of these things every single day, day in, day out. And we teach that to our people in our businesses as well. Yeah. So, let us know what you thought of this episode. Please like, comment, share. If you share us on social media, make sure to tag Melody's Instagram, it's at Adormelo. Yeah. Mine is it's Sabrina Cividal, and our podcast Instagram is the TYS Podcast for Talk Your Shit. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. We're so happy to have you tuned in, and we'll see you guys on another episode of the Talk Your Shit Podcast. Ciao.